Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into the world of AI agents. We've got this video with tons of info, and our mission is to extract the key takeaways, and help you really understand what this hype is all about. You're ready for the future.
Absolutely. It's fascinating, and this video, I think, does a good job of breaking it all down in a way that's insightful and engaging.
Okay, cool. So, first things first, let's define what an AI agent actually is. The video highlighted two key points that I think are really important.
Yeah, the video emphasizes that AI agents are first and foremost autonomous, which means they can operate and make decisions without us humans always stepping in. Kind of like having a super efficient assistant that can take care of stuff independently.
Right. So they're not just waiting for commands, they're actually making decisions. But it's not random decisions, right? They make informed decisions.
Exactly. And that's where things get interesting. They're not just blindly following pre-programmed instructions. AI agents are designed to process information, analyze data, and even learn from their experiences to make good choices.
So it's like they have a little brain of their own, constantly learning and adapting.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And the video uses a really clever analogy to help us understand the different levels of AI agents. Imagine you have a job where you need to keep 3 boxes full. Sounds simple, right?
Sure, but I can already see where this is going. I bet these AI agents come in to help with that box filling.
You got it. Let's start with the most basic level, a level 1 agent. You could hire this agent to fetch boxes when needed. It would carry out your instructions, but it only acts when you specifically tell it to.
Okay, so it's like a digital worker bee. Follows orders, but doesn't really think for itself. That sounds useful, but are there any drawbacks to having such a basic agent?
Well, the main limitation is that it's entirely reactive. If you forget to tell it to fetch a box, those boxes are going to stay empty. You're still responsible for managing the entire process and making sure everything runs smoothly.
So you're very much in control, which might be good for some tasks,
Yeah.
but I can see how it would be tedious if you're constantly having to manage the agent.
Exactly. Now let's bump it up a level. Imagine a level 2 agent. This agent is a bit more advanced. If there's no box to fetch immediately, it'll wait and check back periodically until one becomes available.
So it's got more persistence than the level 1 agent. But is it actually making any decisions on its own, or is it still just following your initial commands?
That's a great question. And it highlights a key point about level 2 agents. While they exhibit some persistence, they're still ultimately reliant on your instructions. They're not proactively thinking about the big picture or coming up with their own strategies to keep those boxes full.
Got it. So still not quite the independent, intelligent agent we might be envisioning.
Right. Now let's jump to level 3. A level 3 agent can handle the entire box filling process autonomously. It will fetch boxes as needed, making sure those boxes stay full without you ever having to lift a finger.
Okay, that sounds pretty amazing. Finally, you can take a break and let the agent do all the work. But I'm guessing there's a catch. Nothing's ever that easy, is it?
You're catching on. The level 3 agent is great at action, but not so great at explaining things. It can't tell you why it made a certain decision or provide any insights into its process.
So it's a bit of a black box. It gets the job done, but you don't really know how or why. That could be a bit unnerving, especially if something goes wrong.
Exactly. And that is where the level 4 AI agent comes in, the star of the show.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What makes this level 4 agent so special?
Well, the level 4 agent possesses something truly remarkable. Internal knowledge. It comes preloaded with information about your business, your preferences, and your goals. It's like having an agent that already understands your needs and priorities before you even give it a task.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
But hold on, if it only has internal knowledge, how would it handle something that requires external information? Like if it needed to know the current weather conditions or the latest news about a particular topic.
That's where APIs come in.
Now you might be wondering, what exactly is an API?
We'll think of APIs as digital waiters. They can fetch information from all sorts of external sources like weather databases, news websites, financial markets, you name it.
Wait, so these APIs can access any information? Are there any security concerns with that?
That's a valid concern and something developers need to address carefully. But the potential is incredible.
Yeah.
With access to a vast network of APIs, these level 4 agents can gather the information they need to make truly informed decisions, all without any human intervention.
So this level 4 agent has its own knowledge base, access to external data through APIs, and the ability to make decisions based on all that information. This is starting to sound less like a simple agent and more like a super intelligent assistant.
And that's just the beginning. This agent can even create its own workflows, figure out the steps needed to achieve a goal, and learn and adapt over time. It's not just following a pre-programmed script, it's actually thinking for itself.
Okay, now that's where things get really interesting. What does it mean for an AI agent to actually learn? I feel like that's a word we throw around a lot, but what does it actually look like in practice?
Great question. It's not just about memorizing facts or following instructions. True learning means the agent can analyze its past actions, identify patterns, and adjust its strategies to become more effective over time.
So it's constantly improving and refining its approach based on its experiences. That's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But how does all of this actually play out in the real world? Does this video give any concrete examples?
It does. It features a company called SnapRedder that uses AI agents in a really fascinating way.
SnapRedder, I've heard of them. They're known for their AI-powered content creation tools, right?
Mhm.
But how do they actually use AI agents?
Well, SnapRedder has these things called widgets, which are essentially specialized APIs. Think of each widget as a mini expert in a particular area. Some widgets excel at writing short-form content, while others can generate entire voiceover scripts, all powered by AI.
Okay, that makes sense. So you're saying that SnapRedder has created a whole library of these specialized widgets, each capable of performing a specific task.
Precisely. And here's where the AI agent comes in. Imagine you need a voiceover script based on some interesting facts about whales.
Okay, I'm following.
Yeah.
So I'd go to SnapRedder and tell the AI agent what I need.
Exactly. And the agent would handle the rest. It would use the whale facts widget to gather information and then feed that data into the voiceover script widget, generating a complete script ready to go. All of this would happen seamlessly based on your single request.
So I wouldn't need to manually gather the facts, write the script,
Mm.
or even figure out how to connect those two tasks. The AI agent would handle all of that autonomously.
Precisely. And it gets even better. The agent can actually learn from its interactions with you. Let's say you make a few edits to the voiceover script. The agent can analyze those edits and incorporate your preferences into its future scripts.
So it's not just a one-time task completion. It's an ongoing collaborative relationship where the
Mhm.
agent is constantly learning and adapting to my specific needs. That's really cool.
And that's the power of AI agents. They're not just glorified scripts, they're capable of understanding context, making complex decisions, and even learning and evolving over time.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so excited with this technology, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? We've only just begun to explore the potential of AI agents.
Exactly. And in the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore the wider implications of AI agents and how they might change the way we live and work in the years to come.
I can't wait to delve deeper into that. But
Oh,
before we move on, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What stands out to you so far about AI agents? What are you most curious about?
what's fascinating to me is the sheer adaptability of these AI agents. It's not just about automating a single task. It's about creating a system that can learn and evolve, become more valuable over time.
Yeah, like investing in a digital employee that's constantly upskilling itself. But speaking of employees, I have to ask the question that's probably on everyone's mind. Are these AI agents going to replace human jobs?
That's a complex question, and the video touched on it briefly. It's understandable to be concerned about job displacement, but the video really frames these AI agents as collaborators, not replacements.
So more like teammates than competitors.
Exactly. Think of it this way. AI agents are great at handling repetitive tasks, data-driven tasks with incredible speed and accuracy, but they lack the creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence that humans bring.
So instead of fearing automation, we should be thinking about how we can work alongside these intelligent agents using their strengths to amplify our own.
Precisely. Imagine a world where AI agents are handling those mundane, time-consuming tasks, freeing us humans up to focus on what we do best. Solving those complex problems, coming up with innovative ideas, and building connections.
That sounds like a pretty ideal scenario. But I'm curious about the practical implications. We've talked about boxes and SnapRouter, but how might AI agents transform specific industries? Can you give us some real-world examples?
Absolutely. Let's take healthcare, for example. AI agents could analyze medical images, assist doctors in making faster, more accurate diagnoses. They could even personalize treatment plans based on a patient's medical history and their genetic profile.
Wow, that's incredible. So AI agents could help save lives by improving efficiency and accuracy in medical care. What other industries do you see AI agents having a major impact?
Definitely. In finance, AI agents could be used to detect fraudulent transactions, assess risk, and even provide personalized financial advice. And in education, AI agents could create customized learning plans for each student's needs and learning style.
It sounds like the potential is limitless.
Yeah.
But let's go back to that marketing example for a sec. You mentioned a marketing manager creating an AI agent to handle their product launch. Can you break that down a bit more?
Sure. Let's say you're launching a new line of athletic wear. You could create an AI agent that's specifically designed to handle that whole marketing campaign.
Okay, I'm picturing this AI agent with a little marketing hat on, but how would it actually work?
Well, first, you'd equip it with internal knowledge. This is
Mhm.
everything the agent needs to know about your product, the features, benefits, target audience, and so on. It's like giving it a crash course on your product before it starts working.
Got it. So you load it up with all the essentials about the product and your goals. But what about the external factors that might influence the campaign? Things like competitor activity or market trends.
APIs. You'd give the agent access to a bunch of relevant APIs. For example, it could tap into a market research API to gather data on consumer trends and preferences for athletic wear, or it could access a competitor analysis API to track what your rivals are up to.
So the agent is constantly gathering and analyzing data from internal and external sources to help it make decisions. That's
Yep.
pretty powerful.
Exactly. And this data-driven approach means the agent can make strategic decisions that a human might overlook. For example, the agent might identify a niche market that's being underserved by the existing brands.
And then tailor the campaign to target that specific audience.
Precisely. The agent could even use content creation APIs to generate targeted ads, social media posts, and blog articles for that audience.
So it's like having a whole team of marketing specialists all in one intelligent agent. That's incredible. But I have to ask, are there any challenges to working with these AI agents?
Of course, no technology is perfect, and AI agents have their limitations.
What are some of the biggest hurdles?
One challenge is data privacy and security. These agents are accessing and processing tons of information, so it's critical to have safeguards in place to protect sensitive data.
Right, we don't want our digital assistants accidentally leaking information
Yeah,
or making bad decisions that could harm people.
exactly. Another challenge is managing expectations. AI agents are powerful, but they're not magic. It's important to understand their limitations and use them strategically to complement our own skills and expertise.
So finding the right balance between human oversight and AI autonomy. We don't want to become overly reliant on these agents to the point where we stop thinking for ourselves.
Precisely. And that brings up another important point: education and adoption. As with any new technology, there's a learning curve involved in understanding how to work with AI agents and integrate them into what we're already doing.
So it's not just about the technology itself, it's about how we adapt and learn to collaborate with these powerful tools. I imagine that will require a shift in mindset for a lot of people.
Absolutely. It's about embracing the potential of human AI collaboration rather than fearing automation. We need to start thinking about AI agents as partners in innovation, not threats to our livelihoods.
I love that. It's about seeing the opportunity in this tech, not just the risks.
Exactly. And that's what makes this such an exciting time to be alive. We're on the cusp of a major shift, and it's up to us to shape how this technology unfolds and make sure it's used for good.
Now, that's powerful. It's not just about the tech, it's about the choices we make as a society, about how we develop and use this technology.
Precisely. And that brings us back to your question about the societal impact of AI agents. It's a big question without a simple answer, but it's one we need to be talking about as this tech evolves.
Absolutely. It's not just the technical stuff, it's the ethical considerations, the societal impact, and the future we want to create. And speaking of the future, this video leaves us with a really thought-provoking question.
I was just thinking about that. It asks us to imagine a world where AI agents can handle really complex tasks, learn from experience, and even make decisions autonomously. What does that mean for work, education, and even human relationships?
Those are some big questions. I think they're ones that we'll all be dealing with as AI agents become more and more a part of our lives. But I think it's important to approach this with curiosity and optimism instead of fear.
I agree. We need to be mindful of the risks, but we also need to embrace the incredible opportunities these AI agents offer. They have the potential to solve some of the world's biggest problems and create a more equitable and sustainable future for all.
Now, that's a vision worth striving for. And this video makes it clear. The future is being written right now. AI agents are no longer science fiction. They're a reality that's shaping our world.
And it's up to all of us to make sure it's a future we can be proud of.
Well said. We've covered a lot in this deep dive, from the basics of AI agents to their potential impact on society as a whole.
Hmm.
But we've only just scratched the surface.
And as we've discussed, The real learning happens when you, the listener, start to explore and engage with this technology.
Exactly. Don't just take our word for it. Go out there and experiment, learn, and discover the incredible possibilities of AI agents. And most importantly, don't be afraid to ask questions and challenge assumptions as you navigate this new frontier. It's crazy to think how far we've come. We started talking about keeping boxes full, and now we're having these deep conversations about the future of humanity.
Yeah, it really shows how technology can have such a ripple effect. What seems like a simple solution, to like an everyday problem can turn into something that changes entire industries and even challenges how we think about work intelligence and being human.
And that's what's so exciting. It's not just about efficiency or automation. It's about AI agents, maybe helping us be more creative, innovative, and better at solving problems.
I think one of the most interesting things about AI agents is how they change our approach to work. We're so used to giving very specific instructions, breaking down tasks into tiny steps. But AI agents are different. It's more about setting a goal and letting the agent figure out how to get there.
It's like going from micromanaging to collaborating. You're trusting the AI to use its intelligence and adaptability to find the solution.
Exactly. And that means we need to trust it and let go of some control, which can be both empowering and a little scary.
I get that. We're used to being in control, making all the decisions, but maybe that's limiting us. What if letting AI agents be more autonomous opens us up to new possibilities we never even thought of?
That's what's so cool about it. It's about embracing the unknown and being open to surprises. It's about seeing these AI agents not as tools, but as partners in innovation.
I like that. But let's be real, this shift won't happen overnight. There will be bumps along the way.
Of course. And that's why it's so important to keep learning and talking about it. We need to have conversations about the ethical implications of AI agents, how they might impact jobs, and how we can make sure this technology is used responsibly.
It's not just about the tech. It's about the choices we make as a society,
Yeah.
about how this tech fits into our lives. That's everyone's responsibility.
Absolutely. And that's why I think it's important for everyone to learn about AI agents, ask questions, and share their thoughts. The future is being created now, and your voice matters. So keep exploring, keep learning, and let's shape the future of AI together.